Whoa, look at those sweet jellyfish. Alright, thanks for coming back to New Vogue. Go to learn some more math with me. And so we're on Unit 2 now, which looks like it has some similar review. Get you ready for the ACTs, which is much better in previous years because we didn't have as much review like this. Right? Okay, let's see here. So our first problem, remember PEMDAS. So exponents comes first. So we want to do 5 to the second power, which is 5 times 5, which of course is 25. Then we bring down the 50 divided by 25, which is just 2. Since 25 goes into 50 twice. Then we bring down our 1 plus 2, which is just 3. Is that what you got as well? I hope so. So remember, anytime during the video, you want to make sure that you pause me so that you can try it on your own. This is just to double check that you're doing it right. Try each problem on your own. That's what's going to be in math in the future, calculus, 1050, college, whatever you're doing. So definitely try it on your own first, right? So my hint for number 2 is that you need to be able to add and subtract fractions by getting a common denominator. So make sure that you get a common denominator by timesing by 2 to the bottom and top. And now the bottom is going to be a 6. And if you do it over here, the bottom is going to be a 6. So for example, 14/6 plus da 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 da. So turn everything into 6. Turn everything into a denominator of 6. Okay, to solve for x for number 3, we got to get everything to the other side. So of course you're going to add 6 to, pause me, try it on your own. You're going to add 6 to the other side, and then you're solving for x, so you're just going to divide by a to get that to the other side. And that's the ticket. X is equal to d plus 6 all over little a. Hopefully they get my smartboard working again so I don't have to use my mouse. Okay, there we go. Next we learned last time was remember factoring. Factoring. So factoring takes practice. So make sure you keep on factoring. So what do you think are factors of 18? Something times something is 18. So 6 times 3 is 18, that's true. But it does not equal 7 when you add, because that's 9. Or subtract, because that's 3. So it's not going to be 6 and 3. What do you think it's going to be? That's right, 2 and 9. Sign of the middle term, which is a plus, goes with a bigger number, goes with a bigger number. So make sure that you put the sign of the middle term with a bigger number. And then 9x minus 2x is 7x. It works. Nice. Okay, so something different we're going to introduce now is taking polynomials, taking equations, taking quadratic equations and linear equations is what we have here. And we're going to go ahead and combine them by either adding and subtracting them, multiplying, dividing them, the equations together, or doing a composition, which is taking one and plugging into the other, and vice versa. And so number 7, it just says g of x negative 4, and so just g of negative 4. So this is like shorthand notation, okay? And so sorry about that, I know it's confusing, but this is just actually what it's asking for is g negative 4. You sunk my battleship. It's actually asking you to plug in to the function g of x where x equals negative 4. Oh. So then you take that negative 4 and you plug it in here, and you plug it in here, and you plug it in here. And then you simplify and see what the y value is. So the x value is negative 4. What's the y value? So then we do g of negative 4 equals, so we have x being squared at the moment. So that means we're going to take a negative 4 and square it, plus 2 times a negative 4, and then minus 8. And so negative 4 times negative 4 is a positive 16. 2 times negative 4, of course, is negative 8. But we got another negative 8 on the other side. What the woo? So 16 with a negative 8 would be 16 minus 16. When you add the negative 8s together, which is just a 0. What? All that work for just 0? That's okay, because that means the negative 4 is one of the x-intercepts. So that means on this parabola, it's going to cross at 1, 2, 3, negative 4. Because y is 0 at negative 4, x is negative 4, and y is 0. And so this parabola is probably going to come and do something like that. And it's going to go through that point there. Cool. Okay, let's see here. So that's just an example, not necessarily correct, but just giving you the idea. Okay, so then, x plus 2. Interesting. Interesting. So that means that we're going to go to h, and wherever you see an x, you're going to plug in an x plus 2. And then you're just going to go ahead and simplify that. Right? So that means you'll distribute the 3 through, and then have a minus 6 at the end. So give 8 a try. Okay, number 9, you're going to take f, the whole function, which is 2x plus 8, and you're going to add it with g. So you're going to take 2x plus 8, and you're going to go ahead and add that with g. So you're just going to combine these two functions to make a new function. When do you do that in life? When you're solving other problems for the x. When you're solving problems, you know, like coupon first or gift card first. What do you apply first? I guess that's more for compositions, but it's kind of the idea. So x squared plus 2x minus 8. Okay, so we're going to go into combine like terms now. So we're going to take 2x, highest term first, so it's going to be the x squared, which combines with nothing. Then we're going to take the 2x and the other 2x and add those together. 2x plus 2x is 4x. And then we're going to take, we're kind of putting a dot here to represent our numbers, right? Those are just our numbers. And so we have 8 and negative 8. There we go. And so we're going to combine 8 and negative 8. And so 8 minus 8 is just a 0. Right? So that's just going to go away. And so we have a plus 0 or minus 0, no matter. And so that's just going to go away. So we'll just be left with x plus 4x. Nice. Where are we at there? Still a couple minutes. Okay, so let's try another one. F minus g. So you want to be careful there. So you're going to take function f first, which is 2x plus 8. And then you're going to go ahead and minus g of x. So what that means is you're going to do a minus symbol and a parenthesis. And then what that means is you're actually going to go ahead and every part of g of x, you're going to take that negative and you're going to distribute it through, which is going to change the signs for each one of those. So change the sign, change the sign, change the sign. So we get 2x plus 8. We get a minus x squared, a minus 2x now, and negative times negative is a positive 8. Interesting. So then we have, so we have a negative x squared first, and then our 2x and our negative 2x, those are actually going to cancel out because they're the opposite sign. And so all we're left with is negative x squared with a positive 8 and a positive 8. And positive 8 and positive 8 is 16. If you're just copying and just following along but copying and not actually trying yourself, stop doing it. Make sure that you pause me and try them on your own. And then check the video as you go along, push pause, push play, see if you got it right, carry on. So definitely a good idea. Okay, next, determinative f of g, or f of g of x and g of f of x for the functions. So determine if they're the same or not, right? Determine f of gx and g of x should all work. So this is actually leading to something more to show if these functions are inverses of each other. But we're just going to plug them into each other. It just wants you to plug them in, plug them in. So we see f of g of x, it actually means f of g of x, basically. And so what that means is you're going to go ahead and do g first. And after you do g first and plug that into f, then we'll go the other way then. And the other way is g of f of x, where you put f into g. But first we'll do g into f. Okay, so what's g? What up, g? So we're going to take 4x. This is how it works now. This is how it works. Okay, composition function. This is how it works. So you're going to take 4x plus 2. And wherever you see an x, you're going to plug it directly in there. Right there. Okay? So there's a squared going on. So that means the place of the x is going to be 4x plus 2. All squared. Good, good, good. Then you have your minus 1 next. And so you took your 4x plus 2, and what you did is you actually took it, and you actually shrinky-dinked it right in there. Let me show you what I mean. So you took your 4x plus 2, and you boop, 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 boop. So that means you actually took 4x plus 2, which is g of x, and you actually plugged it in for x in place of x. So x goes away, and then you go ahead and 4x plus 2 there and square that sucker. Okay, so what that means is you're going to do 4x plus 2 times 4x plus 2. Remember, because that's what squared means. Good, good. So I just wrote the same thing over again. New bold. Oh, sorry. Okay, so then we have 2 of those. Don't forget your minus 1 at the end. So we have 2 of those. Good, so you're going to do 4x times 4x is 16x squared. Doing the eyes. 2 times 2 is 4. We're foiling, or we're actually distributing. And then 2 times 4x is actually 8x. And then this 2, the mouth. That 2, remember, here's your tongue. So that 2, there's your eyes, nose, and mouth. So this 2 times 4x is also 8x. What? Okay, so we're going to go ahead and combine those together, and we get 16x squared. Plus 8 plus 8 is what? 16x. Plus 4. Whoa. Don't forget the minus 1. And so that is now going to become a 3. For our final answer for f of g of x. So now we're going to go ahead and do the other way. So we're going to take f of x, which will actually be easier this time, to be honest with you. This will actually be easier. And so now we're going to go ahead and we're going to go the other direction now, okay? So that means we're going to go ahead and take x squared. See how we can do that there? So we're going to take x squared minus 1. Cool. So that's this guy right here. Okay? And we're going to plug it in place of x. So the 4 will still be there, but the x is going to go away. And so now we do 4 times that x squared minus 1, which is f of x, being plugged into g, plus 2. And so for this one, all we got to do is go ahead and distribute that 4 through. So we get 4x squared. 4 times negative 1 is negative 4 plus 2. And then we get a 4x squared. Negative 4 plus 2 is a minus 2. And so those are our 2 answers. So that's for f of g of x, which we just found. No, that's f of g of x, which is 16x squared plus 16x plus 3. And then g of f of x is 4x minus 2, a new function you've created by plugging one into the other. Woo, we did it! So stay tuned for my next video. We'll keep doing more of those. And that'll be on the back side. So thanks again for watching. You're the best. Peace out. Peace out and bye for now.